Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I wanted to start this video by letting you know that Link2 sold out of Ripple, or they're fully subscribed. I guess that's a more sophisticated way to say that. But Uphold, they still have a little bit. I think they have just a bit. So if you're still looking at that and you're an accredited investor, you can go and check it out. linqto.com, and the links are in the description of this video. They're a sponsor, and I am a customer. Okay, we need to check in with the official cool guy of the Digital Asset Investor channel. Remember, he's the one that got BitBoy to tweet out and mention on his show about people signing up for the John Deaton class action lawsuit, and now he's wanting to talk to Crypto Whale, who's got 332,000 crypto Twitter followers.
All right, Crypto Whale, the XRP army needs you. We need your help to get 100,000 participants as defendants in the class action lawsuit against the SEC. I would usually say plaintiffs, but us sick bastards want to join as defendants to prove that XRP is not a security. I've always followed your content. I like you. I agree with you with most of the stuff, even though things haven't happened, but we'll have the last laugh. Tether's got some issues. You know how to push buttons. We're going to need you to push that retweet button today. Maybe paste the form and say join history. This is a battle for the whole industry. You ever hear of David versus Goliath? David was a little guy that took on Goliath, a big guy, like the SEC. But this time, David's going to need a whale to swoop in, hit him with that tail, and then make a splash like a tidal wave and put Goliath out of its misery. So come on, Crypto Whale. Everybody, retweet this. Get Crypto Whale. Be nice. Be polite. He's a good guy.
All right, so let's retweet so that Crypto Whale can get this going. And, something that kind of surprised me, it looks like it's raining on the official cool guy. I would think that being as cool as he is, that he would have an officially really cool hat. I don't know why, but I kind of picture him in like a pimp hat, something like Snoop Dogg might wear. So anyway, no, I'm sure he's got his own style though. Okay, well, I hadn't checked in with Coin Paprika in a while. To me, this always gives us some good perspective. Under an SEC lawsuit for the year, XRP is up 345%. Bitcoin, with the Bitcoin marketing machine and CNBC and everybody kissing their behind, the Bitcoin behind 24/7, they're only up 382%. I believe that the proof of work Bitcoin Ethereum marketing machine has shifted their focus. I predicted this a while back, and I'm predicting it now. I think that they're going to do a full shift. This is my proof of work prediction. They're gonna do a full shift in the run up to Ethereum 2.0. They're gonna do a full shift in their marketing, and you're gonna start hearing them say nothing but about how they think Ethereum's gonna pass Bitcoin and all that. And I think Bitcoin, when that happens, Bitcoin's days could be numbered. I don't know, but we shall see. Okay, Dark Defender weighed in today, and he said, "Wow. There will be a breakout soon for XRP. Let's watch closely. You know the targets." Then he said, I got this right here from, this is Ripple Eye. And he tweets this out. Check this out. He's pointing to this guy. I'm not even going to try to say his name. He's from Andreessen Horowitz. What's interesting about this is he's sitting beside Vitalik Buterin. And this is September 19th, 2017. It's just a few short months later that Jay Clayton is giving his speech at Stanford, and then he goes over to meet with Andreessen Horowitz, and that is when Jay Clayton told Chris Dixon at Andreessen Horowitz that he needed to go and put an industry group together and then type me up a memo, get me a memo, and just kind of lay this thing out. And that, my friends, is what ended up being the Ethereum free pass. And if they say it's not so, then prove it, because we have the timeline. Never forget, we have the timeline. We have the facts. We have the names. We have the dates. That's why you don't hear any of these people say a word about this. They want this to go away. All we want is a level playing field. Someone somewhere tried to work so that there wouldn't be a level playing field and just get an Ethereum free pass, so that it would just be Bitcoin and Ethereum with real clarity. But that's not what the people want. What the people want, and all we ever wanted, was a level playing field, because I have this, I won't even call it a hunch. It's a certainty. If you ever put XRP on a level playing field with Ethereum or Bitcoin, it will drop kick both of them. They will feel like they had the beating of their life. And that's the reason whoever was behind this had to do it. And they know it. They still know it. Ripple, we're thrilled to share that we're partnering with, what is this? PayPal, payment card for everyone, to bring ODL to the Middle East. That's where the oil flows, folks. So that's going on there. And then it says the MENA region is home to 2 of the top 3 remittance corridors in the world, having sent $78 million in remittances in 2020, which is why we're excited that this partnership will drive innovation, thereby facilitating instant, low-cost remittances. Folks, I haven't said this in a while, but I need to say it. There's not a digital asset on the planet that I would rather be holding right now than XRP, the greatest digital asset ever created. You couldn't pry mine out of my hands right now, folks. I'm so confident in where things are going. Now, this tweet made me a little more confident too. This is Brian Armstrong, CEO of Coinbase. The Ripple case seems to be going better than expected. Meanwhile, the SEC is realizing that attacking crypto is politically unpopular because it harms consumers. And he says the irony is that people they're supposedly protecting are the ones attacking them. Okay, and then he retweets these things. Remember that Mike Novogratz tweet from the other day? The value of XRP has actually almost tripled since the SEC actions. It hasn't plummeted. It's a testament to the fact that once communities are formed with shared interest, they are damn resilient. And he's retweeting a John Deaton tweet, almost as if to put out an olive branch to the XRP community. And then Brian Armstrong also retweets this from John Deaton. Excellent job. The great New York, this is the Charles Gasparino thing when he did the write-up on Jay Clayton and Gary Gensler in a smoky room with all their Bitcoin stash on the table. Man, that picture said 1,000 words, didn't it? And then there was this from CoinDesk, crypto industry fights back. And then I typed this out. Crypto is having its own social media Boston Tea Party against an out-of-control, power-hungry, and lawless SEC. And I copied Hester Pearson because she's the one that tweeted that they needed to not be, I can't remember the exact word, but it was basically that the SEC, in so many words, is being lawless and they need to obey the law, follow the law. So, and then I tweeted this out today. And this is true. Took a picture of the Boston Tea Party and I said, I believe the SEC action against Ripple is a sort of final straw. People are sick and tired of unaccountable government bureaucrats who represent the interests of their Wall Street masters instead of the people they're supposed to represent/protect. Pay attention, Congress. And that's specific. Congress needs to pay attention because look, what's their job? Their job is they're put up there by the people, and if you're going to ignore the people, and you're not going to pay any attention to us when we're being wronged, when all the people out here that the SEC is supposedly supposed to protect, where there's a lawsuit with probably close to 60,000 people now against the SEC. It's probably going to end up being the largest class action lawsuit in the history of the United States. And if we can't get under those circumstances, if we can't get a Congress, and I'm not talking about a Congress that, oh yeah, we're going to start working on legislation. You should have started doing that years ago. I'm talking about a Congress who calls this Gary Gensler to account and the SEC that he supposedly is running. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Congress people that have some guts instead of just spineless people. Oh yeah, we're going to work on we're going to work on some legislation. No. We've pointed out way too much for you just to be worried about legislation at this point. And it's not our words, it's their words. It's documented facts. It's not conspiracy, it's documented facts. It's timelines, dates. Where's Congress in making these people holding these people accountable? Putting them up in front of Congress, ask them the questions. Man, Joseph Lubin should have been in front of Congress yesterday, folks. Yesterday. All right, then there was this from yesterday. This is at CoinSmart, which is a Canadian exchange, which, by the way, happens to be where Joseph Lubin and Vitalik Buterin are from. In light of this is after the SEC lawsuit's been going on for almost a year. In light of the ongoing SEC lawsuit against Ripple, XRP no longer fits within an internal KYP, I think they meant KYC policy. Due to this, we will be delisting and suspending all trading of XRP as of November 22nd, 2021. Please sell, trade, or transfer XRP off CoinSmart platform by that date. Thank you. Well, I decided I would go through the CEO of this CoinSmart. I went through his Twitter feed, and let me tell you, folks, take a stroll through this guy's Twitter feed, and it'll become very clear to you where his loyalties lie. This is just one example. The guy, I mean, look, it's not hard to figure all this out, folks. These people, this proof of work Ethereum Bitcoin marketing machine, I call it the Ethereum Bitcoin lie. This has been perpetrated by not one person, not two people, but a large group. And I could name names, I'm not going to. It's been perpetrated by a large group that probably originates on Wall Street with large Bitcoin holders, and it's got a large Ethereum holders, and they had a plan, and they've got a group of crypto media that's involved in it. That's not conspiracy. I could point to them. I could show you their Twitter threads. I could go all the way through it and show it all to you. This has been a coordinated effort, and it's also been coordinated by fixtures in crypto that go to all the conferences. Those are the people that CNBC allows to come on. Anytime XRP or Cardano moves, they make comments about how those digital they just can't figure them out, and to try to tamp down the market. You've seen it. It's been a very coordinated effort, and our job's to call it out. We're on the side of truth. That's the reason we've been so effective. If we didn't have the truth on our side, we would not have been effective, folks. Speaking of the truth, this is from this person, Jupe Jang. This from the SEC website. I got the links. I got the links of the website. This is from the SEC. I went and checked it. This is on their website. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP that are generally accepted to be currencies, not currently subject to regulation by the SEC on their own website, folks. Here, let me ask you a question. Let me see what the date of this was. This is January 4th of 2021. Okay. So on January 24th of 2021, this is on the SEC website. Well, what if you're Brad Garlinghouse or Chris Larson or Ripple and you see this? Wouldn't this confuse you a bit? Well, I mean, you've got right there on your website that we're not regulated by the SEC. So why would you have something like that on your website if you're supposed to regulate us as a security?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But that's one of the scenarios where we run out into those Gini distribution issues, right? Because
yes.
if one person becomes too big in the beginning
mm-hmm.
when the currency launches,
yep.
if one person has even just 20 or 30% of all Ether coins,
mm-hmm.
then wouldn't that kind of create a huge disbalance from the get-go?
Yeah, that's exactly. That's actually one of the reasons why we wanted to have this kind of sale. Because if you look at what Ripple did, mm-hmm. Ripple followed the just sell to venture capital strategy, which is legally easier, but it ensures that the Ripple currency units are concentrated in the hands of a few people.
Yeah, venture capitalists.
Yeah. And then the other issue is that, a lot of people ask us, well, what's the cap? What's the final supply of Ether? And mm-hmm. we say, well, there is none. It keeps on growing by a fixed quantity every year, mm-hmm. where that fixed quantity is roughly equal to 30% of the initial supply. Mm-hmm. So the idea there is that, the supply keeps on growing. And so it's not like there's this one fixed pie that you can gain 5% of forever. That's probably our biggest difference, compared to, pretty much all other existing like Bitcoin and altcoins and Ripple.
Mm-hmm. Now, Satoshi did mine many of the original coins in the beginning. Mm-hmm. Now, you have played a crucial part, obviously, in Ethereum. Mm-hmm. Would you be remunerated in any way at the launch? Mm-hmm. So, in other words, would you be assigned a certain amount of
So
coin?
Our current strategy is to say that we have... So this is still not quite finalized, but our current strategy is that we have 3 pools of Ether. So one pool is the pool that we sell. Mm-hmm. The other pool is the infinitely growing pool that's going to get mined. And the third pool is a small pool, roughly something like 30% of the Ether that we sell is something that we're going to use as an organization to pay for development long term. So
30% will be for development?
It's, technically 22% of the initial supply.
Okay.
That looks large, but it actually isn't that large because it keeps on going down with mining anyway. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And so...
It gets the loot.
All right. So, wanted to show you this. I found this stuff this morning, okay? First, I'm going to let you watch this video.
With Mike, that whenever there's a problem, the central banks are just throwing up. I mean, we saw it really in December also that we were shifting from technically.
Right. Just wanted you to see this. That's Joshua Harris, who founded Apollo Global Management, okay? Because a lot of you may not understand this. That's him right there. That's Joshua Harris of Apollo Global Management. That is Mike Novogratz of Galaxy Digital. Also, Joseph Lubin's of Consensus's great buddy, okay? Remember the story where Mike Novogratz, I don't remember the dates, I think it was in 2015 or like maybe January or something, goes to Joseph Lubin's office in Brooklyn to Consensus, and then he said he couldn't leave without buying something, and so he bought some Ethereum from, I think he said from Vitalik Buterin. I think we eventually found out it was from the Ethereum Foundation, maybe, don't quote me on that, okay? So, but he also said that he hired somebody and put them at Consensus, as I recall. Now, but follow me here, okay? Because I'm just pointing out that it's a very small world here. So here's an article where hedge fund Mike Novogratz, he was a big wrestler at Princeton, okay? And this is a whole article about how he got together a bunch of ex-Ivy League wrestlers. Right here it says... a lot of Ivy League wrestlers wind up in New York. So you have a strong set of wrestlers in the financial community. And then it goes on, one of the things that Novogratz has done is to knit those guys together. Well, who are those guys? This is the one I'm interested in. His name is Josh Harris, and he's the founder of Apollo Global Management. Well, why does that interest me? It interests me because Jay Clayton, that's where he got on the board of directors after he dropped the lawsuit. Now, this is all against the backdrop. Remember, Mike Novogratz, for years, anytime XRP did anything, this guy's scratching his, I just don't understand it. He's going on CNBC and saying that's crazy. He's going on Bloomberg TV and talking about how he shorted XRP and all this stuff, okay? All that's the backdrop, okay? So you got Jay Clayton coming on. We know Mike Novogratz knows this guy, okay? And then what do we have? Then we got this. These people, I just found 2. This guy leaves Galaxy Digital, which is Mike Novogratz's firm, and goes to Apollo Global Management. If it was just one, I wouldn't think much of it. But this one's more interesting. This guy, Franklin Yu, he's the head of Treasury operations somewhere. But here, he's at Apollo Global, Director of Corporate Finance, then goes and becomes a controller at Galaxy Digital, then leaves and goes back to Apollo Global as the head of Treasury Analytics. I just thought those were some interesting ties. Now look, maybe there's nothing, maybe that's nothing. I just think it's interesting because it sure seems like a small world with all these guys. Democrats, this is Charles Gasparino in the New York Post. Democrats' latest terrible idea, taxing profits that don't exist. This is what we talked about yesterday. And I wanted to bring this to your attention. iTrustCapital tweeted out that video from yesterday. This is where they're talking about they got this genius idea of taxing unrealized gains, and I saw a tweet earlier this morning. This is how illustrates how stupid this is. Do I get unrealized child tax credits or something to that effect? I mean, that's how crazy this is. These are people who need to go get a real job and find out how hard it is to make a living and support a family when you're not being on the government dole for your whole life and in academia. This is some sick thinking right here, folks, because this will destroy this country. Now, iTrustCapital tweets it out because iTrustCapital, which I have 2 accounts with iTrustCapital, they tweeted it out because this is the thing. This is the solution, folks. Solution. One of the solutions we have right now is to open an IRA and invest in crypto through that. You can do that with iTrustCapital. You can, if you have a 401k, you can even roll it or part of it into an iTrustCapital IRA. So go check them out. It's iTrustCapital.com. I think they're the largest crypto IRA platform in the world now. Okay. All right. And I want to remind you, because while I was doing this video, I was made aware via my phone that they had added more Ripple on the Link2 platform, which they did. So there's more Ripple private equity on that platform if you missed out when it sold out from yesterday. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family to check out Link2, one of my sponsors, linqto.com, and also iTrustCapital.